Hello, hello. Hopefully, you all can hear me. I am always not checking the volume before I get here. Yes, it is up high. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate it. Another live, trying to work on those WHs, trying to work on those WHs, folks. So, thank you in advance to all those that join me on the live and that catch the replay. Thank you so much. So, I'll just begin. I forgot the title. No, money is psychological. Of course, money is psychological. It plays tricks on your mind. Hello, Shay Love. How are you? How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being here. Hello, Callie King 916. Thank you so much for being here. So I just wanted to uh, give an update on. I think he's private second class Travis King, the American soldier that, from what the reports say, intentionally went into North Korea. And from Fox News, as of today at 7:43 this morning Eastern Daylight Time, there has been no new communications with North Korea regarding um, private second class Travis King. There may be some stuff roaming out there that I may have not seen or heard, but that's the latest that I have. And another thing, another report that I saw was Reuters, and this was dated today at 1:43 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time once again, that I guess the tour that he had joined after he reported that he had lost his passport and went back, the tour that he had joined, they are now saying that they're going to have more scrutiny of these tours. And it just said stricter supervision. That was all that I read. So I guess people are intrigued with going to the DMZ. If they ever get to South Korea, of course, they want to go and see, like the red light district, you always want to go where you probably shouldn't. And of course, they're getting as close to it as they possibly can without, of course, crossing into. So, no new news on private second class Travis King. And they are probably going to start having some stricter supervision and controls over there for the tours that they have probably had in place for a long time. But anyway, I got some notes here, a report that I drew down this morning with regards to money being psychological. And we know that money is psychological. I think way back when, I think it was Susie Orman had said that money was psychological. Now, others could have said it prior, but she was a woman that said it. And I'm sure that she had probably gotten some pushback from the male dominated Wall Street then, and it probably still is now. But nonetheless, money is psychological because you're making decisions all the time, whether you want to buy something, a good or service, or not to purchase a good or service or what have you. Even if it's just, okay, on my way home from work, I am going to go and, you know, get some Taco Bell, get some chicken or something for dinner for everyone. Of course, you say, okay, I'm going to do that because you don't want to cook, but still you're using your mind, your mental ability, psychological, and you're making the decision to go and buy the Taco Bell or whatever it is. Also, when we lose our job, of course, that does something to us and our mind frame just in general, like, okay, we don't have any money coming in. So I think you all get where I'm going with the money as psychological part. When you get paid, and if you go to the bank and you actually get money put in your hand, like I do when I am doing the cash stuffings and other people in the budgeting community that you see doing the cash stuffings, that, and of course yourself, if you go, and sometimes people may want to pay something in person with cash, etc. And for the places that do still do that, great. There aren't that many. The money is psychological because you're getting the money into your hands, and oh wow, this is no money, but you know immediately that if that the intent of the money for the money was to, of course, pay that bill or something or another, then it is out of your hands. So it's all psychological, in and then out, however that goes. And of course, we always want to keep more of our money with us than outlays, outgoes, output, etc. What I say? Also, with regards to money being psychological, I'm going to talk a little bit about the retirement plans, investing, etc., but not a whole lot. So before I was taking some notes, and before I came on, I saw this video about um, a man that had been working at a place. I didn't get in the comments to see what all. It didn't say what all. This was someone responding to a video. You know how that goes. And this man had worked at a place for 30 years and there wasn't a pension. Now, I don't know whether when he started that there was a pension and something happened with the company and they got bought out and the new people said the pension had to go, because when things like that happen, the company that is selling or being bought out, etc., they're trying to cut the fat and I guess get money back for themselves to pay debt, et cetera, to make the deal look good for the people that are buying. Maybe the pension went away and maybe some of that information got lost or missed with this particular man. But he was good and hot. I tell you, he was good and hot. And it is probably the case that when he initially started, there was a pension. Like you work here for so many years and you're going to get your pension. But as we know nowadays, companies don't hang around that long. Um, they get sold quickly, and especially like some of these tech companies. I think most people know if they're getting involved in a tech company or something or another that is going to be here today and gone tomorrow. 6, 8, maybe 2 or 3 years down the road is going to be gone. So it's not a 30 or 40-year proposition to where you're going to be having a pension or what have you. But we always want to be mindful about what type of retirement plans that our company have when we start the job, because we do want to have some type of way to save. Not that of course, you can always save your own money and manage your own money, have a self-directed Roth IRA and all these other type of things. I am not a financial planner or anything like that, but you can always set up a retirement account for yourself outside of your job. And if your job has something, and of course, where they are going to pay match, that would be great. However much they match, or they are paid, or they will match a certain percentage, 3, 6, 10, whatever it is, then that is something good and something that you may want to consider as one of the things, as a part of your retirement savings, a vehicle for the retirement savings. I can't talk English, is not my first language. Okay. So yeah, and a little bit about this. This was a CNBC Select under the investing part. Why checking your 401k balance can derail your retirement planning. Once again, money is psychological, and they said they had a behavioral economist, Sarah Newcomb, go into all of this or what have you. And some of the things that the article was saying, that when we have it could be a Roth, whatever it is, 401k, et cetera. If we have that, and if we look at it on a particular day and the market is up on that particular day, then our investment, when we look at our account, is going to be up. And then we're going to think, oh, I'm in the money, I'm great. Look at this great and wise decision that I made to, have these particular funds or buy this particular, fund, et cetera, et cetera. And then when it goes down, then you're like, oh, I'm losing money. Like the next day or 2 days from now, oh, I am losing money. And then you may start to get the jitters or what have you. And then you may do something rash, like sell off some of your investment. And then that's probably not a good thing. So that's why these things, once again, psychologically, you have to be in it for the long haul. And if people decide they want to sell something, move something somewhere else, et cetera, then all of that is great. But you do have to plan and know what it is that you're doing and want to do with regards to your money and your retirement savings. Some people, however many times a person wants to check to see how much money they have gained in a day or lost in a day or over a week or month or what have you, that is on each and every individual person. There is no, you should only do it every 3 months, check it every 3 months. That may be good if you actually think about it, because each day it could be up, down, up, down, up, down. And then if you're looking at it every day, you're having all these different types of emotion, you're being psychological about it. And then it can cause other types of stresses to come into your life. Of course, when the market is down. So you definitely want to be careful. Some people only check it when they do um, their net worth statement for each and every month, which is what I do, a net worth statement for my husband and I each and every month. So yeah, just have to be careful when you're checking that and other things too in with regards to your money. Even if you're just checking your bank balance, which I try to do every day or every other day, I try to because I want to check to make sure that there aren't any errors. And hopefully, and I'm hoping that someone just miraculously put some money in my account. I'm always hoping for that. That's not going to happen. So, but you definitely want to be checking. And also, as we all know, we can always hire someone, a financial professional, to help us with information regarding what it is, whatever our goals are. We should be, if you want to, you need to find or should find a financial planner that is going to work with you with your goals in mind, not what it is that they want to do or push, because sometimes some of these people are commission based and they are trying to give you financial advice and sell you something all at the same time, which is why you have to be careful in the type of financial advisor slash planner that you choose also into. Make sure you know what it is that you're getting and ask questions, interview them, ask them how much of a commission they are getting if you know that they are commission based upfront, all of that good stuff, because this is your money that you are going to be putting into uh, working with this person on putting into their financial company or otherwise. So you want to make sure that that person is a good fit for you, answers all your questions. You have to interview that person, et cetera, et cetera. Thank y'all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Joshua Gabriel, I Bring It, Praying Couple Cooking Series. Shay Love, thank you so much for being here. Regina, the AI Regina Show. How are you? How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Lala Red, XOXO, thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Spirit in the Sky Blue, how are you? How are you? Thanks again. Thanks again. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. I think the Bud Files was here. But yeah, just make sure that you're checking everyone out that you allow into your space with regards to your money, irregardless of the amount of money that you are managing that you want to put over into something. And of course, if it's self-directed, make sure that you are Googling things, asking questions, asking friends, family members that you know that may have these type of things going on. Even if you don't know, just ask the question, get all the information that you possibly can, and then make the best decision for yourself based on your goals, your immediate goals. It could be 6 months out, year, 2 years, 5 years, and of course on into retirement. And most of the time for the 401k plans, it is a new type of retirement vehicle that kind of sort of replaced pensions in my mind, because pensions is pretty much has long gone away for the most part. There may be some companies out here that still offer a pension, but once again, you have to be careful, because if they close or something, and the new people that buy the company, if they're so fortunate enough that someone takes over the company and you're able to keep your job, the pension thing may go away. So, yeah. And also in this report, it was saying, of course, about the financial advisor and making sure that they do your goals. And she had mentioned some benchmarks, and I'm going to read them on some benchmarks that who can help you figure out what goals and benchmarks look like. Remember that those benchmarks need to be meaningful to you and your goals, but they should be realistic. And then it goes on to give a good starting place. One, they mentioned with regards to your retirement savings, this posting is suggesting that this is the amount of money that you need to have in the retirement savings by this particular age. So for age 30, have the equivalent of your annual salary saved by age 30. Now, you can take that a whole lot of ways. You may have 3 or 4 different jobs before you're 30. If you go to college and you get out at 22, maybe between 22 and 30, you've had 2 or 3 different jobs. So that means that you should start saving early. into a retirement plan in this case, because I'm talking about that. You should start saving early into a retirement plan. Of course, we know start early, finish early, start early. And the power of compounding interest is one of the key driving forces with regards to this and the retirement savings of Roth IRA, any of those type of saving vehicles. And of course, it's all tied to the stock market. Have 3 times your income by age 40. This is, of course, talking into a retirement plan. So you're going to be doing some, depending on the first job that you get, from 22 to 30. Yeah. And all the stuff that you may or may not have gone. So there are a whole lot of factors that come into play, a whole lot of psychological factors. And I'll mention some towards the end. Have 6 times your income by age 50 into a retirement savings investment vehicle. Have 8 times your income saved by age 60. Have 10 times your income saved by age 67. And 67 is the retirement age, depending on when you were born. And you can look it up on, you can Google it to see what year you were born and when is your actual, per the government, that you can retire. Of course, we know that you can take early retirement, Social Security, that is, at 62. And there's a whole lot of stuff and commentary and YouTube videos regarding that also too. But yeah, and then it goes on to do a little pitch for 2 companies, not going to mention them. But some of the things that we have to consider in all of this and just in our life in general, the things that are happening in our life. We may get married and have children. So we have to make allowances for that. We may not be able to save in a retirement plan, the equivalent of your annual salary saved by age 30 in a retirement plan if you have children and a spouse and all this other stuff. So once again, the goals need to be realistic for you, no one else, for you. Of course, the main thing with all of this is starting to save early, whether you do the 401k with your company or whether you do something self-directed, a self-directed Roth IRA, or if you have your own business, you can have a SEP IRA. Also into, I guess, in addition to the Roth, I don't know if you're getting W-2, but anyway, nonetheless. But yes, you have kids, and then in the later years, for the people that are past that, you don't have any kids. And most of the stuff was for the people that don't have any kids. Their kids are adults, out of the way. They haven't come back home to live in your basement. They're not asking you for money all the time, 24/7. They don't have a job and live in your basement and not even taking out the trash. Not that type of thing going on. So I wrote most of this stuff for the people that may be in the been there, done that with the kid thing. Okay, you don't have any kids. You may have a paid off home or close to being paid off. You may have had a job that you had a pension, and now with your Social Security that you're going to get, the 2 of them, you're going to have sufficient enough money just with that to where you may not have to dip into the retirement the retirement savings that you have as so soon. But of course, there is a required minimum distribution age, but that's a whole nother thing. You live in a low cost area, or if you don't live in a low cost area, you're living in a high cost area, say the Washington, D.C. area or New York or California, someplace like that. But so many years out from your retiring from your job, you're going to move to a lower cost of living area, and then that's going to help you with the money and what have you. But I think the main point in what I just said is many years prior, I'm not saying 10, but maybe 3, 4, 5 years prior to your retiring, you're going to move to this particular place so that you have already, while you're working at the place, you've already, did all the expenses of moving, et cetera, finding another place and all this other stuff. And you're not having to do that all at one time and, whittling down your monies all at one time, that type of thing. So yeah. Money is psychological. Of course, we want to keep more of it with us than giving it out. And of course, saving into a retirement plan, like I said, whether self-directed or whether you do a 401k with your company. I think there are other types of plans like 403s or something other, which I'm not familiar with, but I've heard them mentioned around or what have you. But Yeah, the Roth IRA is key, and you can do a self-directed one if even if you work for someone, you can do a self-directed Roth IRA, what have you. But if you go with the 401k with your company, make sure that you are reading all the information that whoever your company is going with, like if they're going with Fidelity or Vanguard, read all the information packet, and asked if you can speak to someone, the representative, one-on-one, or et cetera, et cetera. Or if they come to the company and do for lack of a better word, seminar on all the things that they offer within this thing that your company has already signed up for, then ask questions, be there, ask the questions. Information is power. Thank you all so much for being here. Can't stop walking but love more and cruising. Hello, how are you? How are things in Colombia? Como va tu dia? Como va tu dia? I bring it every day. Kelly, how are you? How are you? If anyone is going live tonight, you can drop it in the chat so that I can know. Hello, Regina. AI Regina Show. How are you? How are you? Thanks. Costa Rica. I thought it was Colombia. Costa Rica. It starts with a C. They both start with a C. Costa Rica. Lo mismo. Lo mismo. Como va tu dia? How is your day? The AI Regina Show, and also the Regina Show and Spiller Girl TV. Go check her out. A great place to go to meet other family members. Go check her out. I bring it every day. Kelly over there, I bring it every day. How are you? How are you? Go check out her show. Last night she was over there with her friends, and they were karaokeing and singing and all this other good stuff. Go check her out. She does knitting, cooking, singing, all of that great stuff. Go check her out. I seen Lala Red XOXO. Hi, how are you? How are things out there in sunny California? Lala Red. Lala Red. I just got talking to my grandkids because I asked my daughter if they could have a treat. So tomorrow they're getting Chick-fil-A, but my grandson, he wanted snacks. I was like, I just bought you snacks on Wednesday. I said, I don't know any new snacks. I haven't seen Lala Red XOXO. What are the new snacks? They have everything now. Oh my goodness. I don't know. It must have been the Doritos. It was cool. It was Cool Ranch, but it was like flaming hot Cool Ranch. I don't know what it was. It was crazy. Tapatio, Cotwatch. How are you? How are you? Thanks for being here again. How are things out there in Arizona? Hopefully I'll get these other people's states correct and miss the country. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Thank you, Shay Love, for being here. I do appreciate it. Some of these people may or may not still be here, but go check out Shay Love. Very motivating. Go check out her show. Sometimes she do a midnight, like for the third shift. People think she said midnight shift or something other like that. Some motivation for those folks. And she goes live because I think she works overnight, but she goes live during the day. All of that good stuff, but very motivational and helpful, and very helpful. That is Shay Love. Go check her out. Spirit in the Sky Blue. Hello, how are you? Thanks for being here. She caught me on my live this morning. Thank you so much for being here. My walk and talk. Go check out Spirit in the Sky Blue. She loves her scratchers, her lottery scratchers. And tomorrow, I'm going to get my lotto tomorrow. I always say Wednesday, I'm going to get, one or two little games because I play ever so often. And then I forget it. Wednesday goes away and I can't go back until next Wednesday because I'm trying to stick to the Wednesday and Sunday for the no spins. I'm just rambling now, folks. But please make sure you go check out each other's show. Joshua Gabriel, hello. How are you? How are you? Thanks for being here. Yeah. Start to save. Invest your money. YouTube, I am not a financial planner, financial advisor, lawyer, or any of that type of thing. This is just for entertainment purposes only. And I know everyone is going to go and do their own due diligence, their own research, etc. regarding these things. Praying Couple Cooking Series. Hi, how are you? I saw the, was it Monte Cristo? It's a Cristo taco thing that Chef Vince got a new title. Chef Vince made today. Thank you so much, Praying Couple Cooking Series, for being here. You all go check out their channel. Just what it says. They are a spiritual couple praying, and they are cooking up something all the time. They have memberships over there, so go check that out. And I bring it every day. Kelly, she has memberships on her channel also, and too. The AI Regina show, she has memberships over there. You all go check these people out. Go check them out. I didn't forget anyone that had memberships that I could remember. Go check them out. The Bud, and the Praying Couple Cooking Series. Just go check out their channels. Like I said, they offer memberships, all of that good stuff. Yvette Miner, thank you so much for being here. I see Praying Couple Cooking Series speaking to you. Thank you so much, Yvette Miner. I do appreciate your being here and supporting me always. I appreciate it. Hello, Lori and David at DNL Treasures. How are you? How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Go check them out. DNL Treasures. They're over there in sunny California. Same as Lala Red, XOXO. Yeah, they're prospecting. I see what you did there, Lori. I see what you did there. I'm talking about investing, and they are the metal detecting for their coins. You hear me? They are trying to get their coins. That is plan F. F or something or another in their whole how they're going to fund their retirement. I am just kidding. I'm just kidding. But just go check them out. They're over there at parks, beaches, etc. Doing metal detecting and finding on lots of things. Pennies, dimes, nickels, rings, whole host of stuff. Screws, etc. That's DNL Treasures. And you can put when you go live, I think it's Sunday at I think it's 8 for me. No. I think it's 8 p.m. for me. I do believe 8 p.m. for me, Eastern Standard Time. But if you're still here, Lori or David, you can drop when you go live. All of that good stuff, because I know it's the West Coast time. I can't keep that on my brain to save my life. The Bud Files, go check them out in cemeteries, graveyards, etc., museums. And of course, they go to some of the federal grave sites for the military, etc., and others also into. But please go check out the Bud Files, and they are great supporters of other people. So I see them in other people's lives. Go check out the Bud Files. Go check them out. God's Music, thank you so much for being here. Go check out their channel. Go check out their channel, God's Music. Cali Key 916. Yes, and I think Cali Key 916, thank you so much for being here. I think he's working on his WHs as well as La Red XOXO, I do believe. There could be others that are working on their WHs that I'm not familiar with, but go check out Cali King 916 over there in sunny California. A lot of these people from California. Okay. Are here. Thank you so much, Cali King 916, for joining me. I do appreciate it. Go check him out. Like I said, I think he's working on his WHs also into. Butter Roll Boutique. Hello, how are you? How are you, sis? How are you doing? Thanks so much for being here. Go check out her channel. She does crocheting. I think it's crocheting. I want to say crocheting and knitting. They're two totally different things, but I think she crochets. Go check out all the beautiful things that she makes. Butter Roll Boutique. Go check out her channel. Go check out her channel. Yes, but that money is psychological. And of course, we want to keep more of it with us than we put out there. We know people, when we look into our pockets, when we dig into our pockets, nothing comes out but lint or rabbit ears. And when we're looking at our bank balances, if we do it daily or every other day, and most of the time we have an idea what all is going on there. It can be sad and depressing for some, because a lot of people's funds, money is being taken away or eaten up due to high gas prices, high food prices, and other things that they may have going on in their life that are just going up. Because when something goes up in one area, then another area goes up. So maybe your daycare, maybe that has gone up because the person that's watching your children, whether it's an individual or a company, their prices have gone up also in too. If they are running a van as a part of their business, then but they're having to pay for gas. Gas has gone up. They need to, make up for that loss. And if they are providing food for your children at the daycare, food has gone up. They may have to at some point say, hey, I'm going to increase the fee by $10 or $15 per month, per week, et cetera, et cetera. So the effects of money can be felt all over. And we just have to do our best to keep more of it with us than away from us. And of course, we have to not just plan for today, next week, next month, et cetera, but for long term. And a lot of us have been knowing that Social Security is not going to be around for a lot of folks. If it is, they'll probably term it something else, or they'll just keep whatever it is that they're doing now, keep borrowing against whatever. Because I don't believe there's enough people that are working to cover even one or two or 10 of the people that are getting Social Security that worked and paid into it. But that's a lot. And please, if you, and I understand some people don't want to go into the political stuff, whatever, but it's your tax dollars. You and we are the economy and the government. And the more money that the government is printing, that is just a bill that you and I, our children, our grandchildren, et cetera, are going to have to pay. Now, for some of the folks that are elderly, of which I am not, then, maybe 10 years, the people that may be 10 years out, maybe good. This is just me saying 10 years. I don't know what the actual figure says if there is any actual figures, because the government can just print money. So maybe the whole thing is a moot point. But just know that at any time, some law, regulation may be passed by our Congress or what have you that will say, this is going away in 2 or 3 years. So and no one's going to be grandfathered in, et cetera, et cetera. So definitely, you're exactly right, A.R. Virginia. We have to plan ahead. That includes myself. When I'm saying these things, when I'm walking and talking or doing this stuffing and all, I'm saying these things to myself too, because I can always do better and be further along than what it is that I am, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, they got that good weather in California. Yeah, they do. How was you guys this day? How was your day? Did you guys have an easy day at work? How was it? Tomorrow is hump day, folks. Something to look forward to. Something to look forward to. Today is the 25th. How many days we have in this month? Is it 31? I need to look on my phone. This month is almost out. And as a reminder, like I did the other day, you want to get that budget together, psychological, get your mind together, get the budget together. Like, I got to, especially for the unexpected expenses that may have happened during this month, during the month, and you're going to be paying some extra money out. Yeah, you might as well just get yourself psyched up for it and do the budget, have it on there. If you do your budget tomorrow, like it's in my brain now. Okay, I've had 5 or 6 days to mull it over in my brain, and now I'm cool with it. See, money is psychological. Even just doing the budgets, it's all psychological. It's all about your mental and emotional state with regards to, in this case, money. In this case, money. So no one is going live tonight or tomorrow. Of course, I am going to be looking. Kelly, she says yes to the plan ahead part, budget part, or you're going live. If you're going live, you can just put the information in there so that I can know. Because I'm getting up at 5:30 and I may be knocked out. Yeah, East Dad told me he was going live last night. And I was just looking for it. I didn't see it, and I just went on to sleep. But yeah, he's pretty good about that. Tapatio's Cop Watch, thank you so much for being here. I don't know if I shouted you out or not, but go check out Tapatio's Cop Watch. He is sunny Arizona there. Go check out his channel. I don't know if he's still here or not, but I was asking yesterday when he was here, how's work? If he was doing any painting, had any jobs, has the jobs around there dried up? One never knows. One never knows. Hello, Miss Patty. How are you? How are you, Miss Patty? How are you doing? Go check out Miss Patty, Patty's Kitchen Garden and More. Go check her out. I caught your, I caught you and Jeremiah working out today. I did see Jeremiah, but I done touched something I should not have. Okay. Miss Patty and Jeremiah was working. I didn't see him on film, but he was there. Oh, he was working out, grunting and all. Like I put the comments, grunting and all. Oh my goodness. Doing weights. I think he wants to be Miss Patty's personal trainer or something. Like a grown man. Miss Patty said the next time she did a treadmill Tuesday, that is just going to be her. She's going to be alone. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh, Jeremiah. Welcome, Miss Patty. Oh, got me over here crying, Miss Patty. But yes, go check out Miss Patty at Patty's Kitchen Garden and More. Go check her out. And of course, she said Jeremiah's the best. Oh, he's sweet. He's sweet. I was lifting weights with him. As long as he was lifting weights, I was lifting weights. I was getting my stuff in, Miss Patty. But go check out Miss Patty over there, Patty's Kitchen Garden and More. She got her garden going on there on her back, her sun porch, on her back patio, her back porch. It's coming along good. It's coming along good. And also, she's walking for her health, and she posts notification when she's walking. But I think it's Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I do believe Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But she'll let you know if something changes or what have you. And of course, she's eating healthy, all of that good stuff, plant-based. And so she's cooking plant-based now. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I know you had a toy lifting it up, Miss Patty. I knew you had a toy, but those were his weights. Those were his weights. That's what you said. Those are your weights. You lift the weights. I think that's what you said. You said you lift the weights. But he was grunting like he was at Planet Fitness, just getting it on. I was like, oh my God. Funny. Oh my goodness, these kids are something. But yeah, I get it. I get it. You know, he wants to be the center of attention. He don't want you talking to just messing. He don't want you talking to anyone. Like I'm over here. I'm over here, man. I'm supposed to be getting all the attention. But yeah, that was funny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, she said Miss Patty saying she still eats Chick-fil-A and fish. Yes. Oh, yeah, I understand. I understand it. Understand. Yeah, I know you're just not totally plant based. I know that you have started eating some plant based items. You've incorporated them into your health journey. I'll put it that way. But yeah, Jeremiah. It was just chit chatting about money, being emotional, and of course keeping more of it with us than putting it out, and to start saving early and different type of investment vehicles that a company may offer, like the 401k, all of that good stuff. Yeah. So yeah, what else is going on? So what is the weather looking like there in Alabama with you, Miss Patty, for tomorrow? That you're going to be outside tomorrow, or you may do something differently? I guess you'll let us know. I'm not. I probably should, but I never check on the weather or anything like that. I probably should. I probably should. Oh, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the likes, the 12 likes. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Jeremiah's a mess. Okay. So you had soup at lunch. What was that? What did you say you was making yesterday? Was it chicken soup? That you were saying yesterday was making chicken soup. Is this a chicken soup that you made yesterday, Joshua? That you had leftovers today? And please make sure, like I said before, y'all go check out other people here that you may have not that maybe you aren't a family member with yet, go check out their channel. If you see something over there that you like, consider becoming a family member of theirs, etc. And of course, as always, support where you can and when you can. And we get it, people are working their job, working in their home, etc. And you can't go to everyone that you are subscribed to each and every day, of course. And you can't be in everyone's live. You do what it is that you do what it is that you can when you can with regards to you know supporting others. Hello, East Dad. How are you? How are you? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Yeah. So, as I always said, support where you can, when you can, all that good stuff. And people should not have any expectations on others with regards to, hey, I'm going to your channel so much, you're not coming to mine. None of that foolishness. There's no place for that. So, in my opinion, but it is what it is. And you don't want to don't want things to be one-sided either, but deal with it as you wish, how you see fit. Hello, Eastad. Are you just getting off from work, Eastad? How was your day? How was your day? Oh, can't stop walking but love mowing and cruising is there in Costa Rica and not Colombia. Go check out his channel. He is out there having fun. Fun city, fun city. He is still doing his lives. He is still doing his lives in the mornings. I think, well, not at 5 o'clock. I didn't see any at 5 o'clock, but go check out his channel. I think he's doing them at 6. If he's still here, he will put it there. And if he does the upcoming notification, then you all will know what that is. But can't stop walking, but love mowing and crewing. Thank you so much for being here. You all go check out his channel. Like I said, he is on vacation and he is still doing his live on vacation in Costa Rica. And also the mowing part, he loves mowing and he does lots of videos in regards to him buying paraphernalia, not paraphernalia, lawn equipment. Get it right. English is not my first language. Lawn equipment of all various types at auctions and then just around and all of that good stuff. All things lawn care. All things lawn care. And he is an over-the-road trucker. So we appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. Go check out his channel. Yes. He says he's still working. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's good. That's good. Okay, Joshua says by Wednesday, so I guess on Wednesday, he is going to start his artwork live at noon from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think Joshua's still in New York. I mentioned it last night. And you had mentioned something, Joshua, about, I don't know, going to New York or going back, to New Jersey or going back to New Jersey in your life. So, but Eastern Standard Time, nonetheless. If it's something different, let us know in the chat, Joshua. But tomorrow, 4 more hours to go Eastern. Oh, wow. So I guess you're probably not going live tonight. He told me he was going live last night, and I was like, where is he? But nonetheless, I understand it. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Man, I'm just rambling. Tomorrow is hump day, folks. Tomorrow is hump day. Are you off tomorrow, Eastad? Are you off tomorrow, Eastad? Okay, I don't know what that was. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time for Joshua tomorrow. Tomorrow and Thursday, he's doing his artwork from noon to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Yes. Are you going live tonight, Kelly? Any more karaoke? Karaoke tonight? Is that even a word? English, not my first language. As always, folks, the money, we have to be mindful of the money. To be mindful of our money, and as best we can, keep most of it with us for now and the long haul, even for your own self. And I get it sometimes, and some of us in the chat may be way past this or what have you, but when you have your children that come along and you want to be saving for for their college education or what have you, because you didn't do or look into a 529 plan or any of that stuff, just like, oh, I'm just going to save on my own or what have you. You really have to think about yourself, because your kid can look for scholarships, get all different types of scholarships, possibly, and I know you probably would want that for your kid, but possibly borrow money to go to school. Now, with the part about the borrowing money before they go to school, hopefully you are teaching them about money, finances, et cetera, so that they know that when they do borrow money to pay for college, however many years of it, that they know what they're getting into and what the expectation is afterwards. And they're going to go into a field where they can be able to live away from you. That's just me throwing it. Live away from you, pay all of their debts, pay all their bills, where it is that they're living, when they are living away from you, and pay the student loans off, because you can't discharge those in bankruptcy. So you are just on the hook for that. You are just on the hook for that. So a lot of things come into play, but we definitely want to make sure that we are teaching our kids about money, all that good stuff. Hello, Miss T with the T. How are you? How are you? Thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. How are you doing? How's your daughter? How's your daughter? How is she? Is she still working at the hospital, or is she going to college now for nursing or something another like that, and still working at the hospital? How are things with you and your daughter? Thanks so much for being here, Miss T with the T. And of course, you can go check out Miss T with the T. She goes live daily, Monday through Friday. I don't know whether the time is still 9 or 9:15, etc. You can drop that in the chat, Miss T with the T, the times that you go live. And also she does try-ons, etc. on her channel also too. So go check out Miss T with the T. Go check her out. And of course, a great place to go to meet other family members, but definitely go check out her content. Yes, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem. No problem. That's what we're here for. No problem. So yeah, just make sure that your kids know what it is that they're getting into when they take out the student loan debt. And of course, we know all the hoopla that has been going on with regards to it. And of course, the last thing was the Supreme Court saying no, that Joe Biden just arbitrarily can't forgive student loan debt. And that was the last thing that was on it. So we can't depend on our politician, but of course, that's a known at this point for a lot of us, that we cannot depend on our politicians. We have to depend on ourselves. Now, we're electing them in hopes of that they will do a good job for, well, people say everyone, but I'm trying to get him enough money to buy me a politician so he can do what I want him to do. That is the name of the game, my opinion. But I get it. I'm just out here just like the regular Joe. And when we do electoral politics, we're hoping that the person is going to do one or two or three of the things that they said when they made all these promises to us, etc. But as we know that does not happen. And so you have to take care of yourself. No one is going to take care of you. No politician, not the next person, not the next person that is a family member that you love and care about, etc., etc. Yeah, they'll be there for a moment or two, unless you've got that real ride or die person. And, we may have one or two of those, and this is not all inclusive, and it doesn't apply to everyone or everyone's situation. I can't sit here and, debate everyone's different situation. They may have 20 ride or dies, in their family. That is just great. A lot of people have zero. So it is what it is. If people will help for a moment, and then At some point, they will get tired. At some point, they may ask, hey, why do you need this money? Why do you need this type of help? Why are you always begging, et cetera, et cetera? It is what it is. I'm not talking about people that fall on hard times and you are the type that you will never ask anyone for anything unless it was just dire, emergent, or what have you like it. Yeah. So yeah, that was a lot. I went off on a tangent. I went off on a tangent. But yes, definitely with regards to that money is psychological. You know, when you get it in your hands, you want to keep it in your hands or in your bank account or in your retirement savings, all of that good stuff. You want to be doing the best that you can with your money. It's not to say that uh, we don't mismanage our money at different points in our lives, very early on and very late on. That has happened here, folks, with me. Very early on and very late on also it too. But live and learn, and then you just do better. Try to do better. Make progress each day or each month, et cetera, et cetera. However you are planning your life with your with all the planners that are out here and the apps on the phones, you can plan your whole life on the phone or write it down. But yeah, just what are your goals just in life, financial, spiritual, mental, emotionally, whatever it is. Get your thoughts together, get a plan together, and start working your plan. And sometimes you have to move people to the side or out, or out for a long while, or out forever, so that you can work on yourself, work on your goals, whatever they are. I do appreciate y'all being here. Hello, boss lady Denise, how are you? How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Shantarmit, hello. Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you so much for popping in. I'm just chit-chatting now, going off on a tangent a little bit. How was your day, boss lady Denise Shantarmit, who is retired? How is your day going? How is your day going? Or how did your day go if you are off of work? How did your day go, boss lady Denise? Go check out her channel. She is on a health and fitness journey also. She does try-ons, vlogs, etc. Go check out Boss Lady Denise. And I think she has membership also. And Shantarmit, how are you? How are you and Nelson doing? How's the grandchild? I think it's a son. How's your grandson doing? Thank you so much for being here once again. How's the family? Go check out Shantarmit. Go check out her channel. Go check out her channel. Thank you, Shay Love. She popped in early. She said she's still listening. She's been cleaning. Yeah, I was doing that earlier too. When I was listening to Alonzo Hall, the All-Star Advisor, I was listening to him and I was cleaning. Yeah, there's always something to do. This morning when I got up, I had ironing to do. I don't know. I'm trying to reduce my wardrobe so I can do less ironing. I need to stop. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hello, Sweet Ree. How are you? How are you, Sweet Ree? Thanks for popping in. How was your day, Sweet Ree? How was your day? I saw your note about you had a great time at the family reunion. Glad all went well. Glad all went well, Sweet Ree. Glad that all went well. Glad. Oh, he's beautiful and growing up. Great, great, great. It's good. It's good. What else is going on? Are you going live tonight, Sweet Ree? Feeling better than yesterday. I'm doing great. Hello, Wellness of Frugal Mama. How are you? How are you? Thanks so much for being here. I'm just chit-chatting now with everyone in the live. I was talking earlier about, money being psychological. Of course, keeping more of it with you, budgeting a little bit, investing, mostly on the investment. And I am not a YouTube Listen up. I am not a financial advisor, financial planner, financial anything, lawyer of any type, advisor of any type, certified financial planner of any type. None of that jazz, YouTube. This is for entertainment purposes only. Haven't you seen me? I know you see me laughing over here. So there you go, YouTube. Yeah, go check out Sweet Ree. I think she go live most days, Monday through Friday. She got something going on. I don't know if you still do a talk about it Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Talk about Tuesday or not. But yes, go check out Sweet Ree over there. Spiritual young lady. Go check out Sweet Ree. Like I said, she goes live Monday through Friday. Go check out her channel, Sweet Ree. Yes, I was over there last night at her live last night. The family reunion definitely took me off budget, but it was worth it. An awesome time with family, and that is great. Family is important. Family is important. And I remember we used to have family reunions like all the time. Seemed like every 2 years or what. It was many, many, many moons ago when my daughter was much younger. Now she's elderly. But yeah, and it would just always be great. Sometimes we would do it at a hotel. Sometimes we would, everybody would bring something, and it was just fantastic. And you get to meet. And there's a lot of, oh man, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of cousins and all that good stuff. And it was just a great time when family was, in my opinion, speaking about my family, much closer. And we did things like that to kind of sort of keep us close. And a lot of us live, near each other and close by within 20 or 30 minutes. So yeah, but it was still good to get with them in that type of setting. It was a great thing. It was a great thing. Yeah. 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 Family time is priceless. Very much so. Very much so. Very much so. And definitely go check out Wellness with Frugal Mama in the mornings, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's for me because 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very beginner friendly exercises. I love watching her do them because that's part of my exercise routine also. We have to find a way to do that. Maybe AI can help us with that. Can the AI Regina show help us with that when someone else is working out? We could just be sitting there watching them, but we're getting we're exercising also in too, but we're just sitting there. Oh my goodness. That would be great. That would be grand. But go check out Wellness with Frugal Mama. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very, like I said, beginner friendly exercises. And also, she does an affirmation at the end. And she also does I keep wanting to say Dollar General, but I think it's Family Dollar, $5 off, $25 hauls. Go check out those videos. Go check her out. DJ Rob the Mechanic, hello, how are you? How are you? Thanks for popping in. I'm gonna have to get back to your channel. It's been a minute, but thank you so much for popping in. He has a YouTube channel, folks. Go by and check him out. Go by and check him out as I need to do. What else is going on, folks? Is anyone going live? Is anyone going live tonight? Boss sometimes I'm on my elliptical while she is working out, yes. But I didn't mean it that way. Yeah, of course, that would be. Their boss lady Denise, that is the right way to do it. Of course, I want to go opposite. But yes, a lot of people are working out with her while she's actually working out, doing their own thing. But yeah, and maybe using Wellness with Frugal Mama for motivation, etc. Or any of us that may be out here walking or doing something else. Because you never know when what you're doing is going to prompt, inspire, motivate someone else to, do something, and whatever that something is that is of importance to the other person that is being moved. Boss lady is laughing. Yes. So we're just talking about money, budgeting, keeping more of your money with you, money being psychological, of course, your mind, your emotional state, your mental state. With money, of course, we have to make decisions all the time to buy a good or service or not to buy a good or service. When we lose our job, our not having money, how does that play with our mind, our mental state, our emotions, and of course that of the family also into all of that good stuff. And of course the investing part, which I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. YouTube, making sure that we are saving for our retirement outside of hoping and wishing that Social Security is going to happen for some of you younger folks. Making sure that if we are with a company that offers a 401k, that we strongly consider, I want to try to be careful with my words, strongly consider looking into and possibly making the leap to join in the 401k. And if they offer a match or a percentage, etc., see how that works out for us. But as always, make sure that you are doing your own due diligence, do your own research, talk to people, talk to your HR, go online. If they're going with a particular company to host, for lack of a better word, their 401k plan for their company, then go online to that company's particular website, get as much information as you possibly can, etc. Do your own due diligence. And also you can do some self-directed retirements, like for like a Roth IRA. You can do that. And if you own your own business, you can also do a SEP IRA. Please go look these things up and do your own due diligence. I am not saying to go and do sad things, but do your own research, do your own due diligence. Hello, MC the Shiznit. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. I saw you out there cheating on the golf course. On the golf course. Cheating your daughter. No, I'm just messing. You were getting her off of her game. You were getting her off of her game. Oh, when you, and I'm thinking about those herping videos. I can't with those things, but nonetheless. And why didn't the guy start up the truck rather, that he had worked on from the ground up? I wish he had started up so we could hear it, but nonetheless, you all go check out MC the Shiznit. Go check out his channel. He is over there doing a lot of things. He's herping, which I think means picking up snakes, just off rip. I don't know, just picking them up. I don't know. Ugh. And he's spending time with his family. He does the cars, flips. I say flips. He buys, fix up, and resell cars over there. He loves LEDs. I love all that car talk. When I go over there, as much as all this car talk, I am going to be a mechanic before it's all over. I am going to be a mechanic before it is all over, folks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I did a lot of cutbacks on useless stuff that wasn't worth it. Yeah, to make sure you keep more of your money with you or to put it towards extra debt or what have you, because that is a great thing. And we all can find some way in which to cut back, save, to do something that is going to help our budget for the next week, the next month, etc. And these gas prices are off the chain now. I don't see any end in sight. They just keep going up, up, and up. And if we can find a way to like consolidate our trips, do the shopping, all the types of shopping, going to get the oil change, etc., all in one day trip, etc. Whatever it is that we can do to help ourselves keep more of our money with us and to actually use for a bill or to purchase something that we actually need or to pay for something that our kids may need for school coming up. Well, of course, buy more groceries now that they are home. And you guys are a house at home, etc., etc. Yeah, then do so. But yeah, Sometimes you got to cut the fat. And also another thing, and I know people know this already, if you have stuff, you can consider selling it on eBay and some of these other sites. You can do offer up. If you have some name brand, high quality items, my thoughts, my words, maybe you can do Poshmark, and there may be other things out here also too that you can do to make some money if the things are still in good condition and would be usable. You can do that. And some people thrift, they go thrifting to try to get a good deal in itself. And then, of course, you can find brand new stuff at the thrift shop. And if you find something that you think you can resell online, then that's a great way to make extra money too. But yeah, but cutting back on some of the useless things that, like like what DJ Ron the mechanic is saying, cutting back on useless stuff that was not worth it. And maybe it's, and I always say subscriptions, but it just comes to me. Maybe you have a subscriptions to all of these things, Disney and Disney 1 through 50 and Hulu and I don't know, Peacock and Netflix and a whole host of things, and even sports places, channels, whatever. And if you find yourself not using them to where it's not worth your having it because you're not using it enough to be worth paying X number of dollars, whatever it is per month, then yeah, consider cutting it so that you can save money. People will always do. It is my hope that people will always do what it is that they need to do. So yes, he's flipping cars. Boss Lady Denise MC the Shiznit is flipping cars. But go check out his channel. Go check out his channel. And DJ Ron the mechanic, go check out his channel also, folks. Check out his channel. He's saying, DJ Ron is saying to Boss Lady Denise, I do a lot of my own installation on my own cars. Okay. So like rotors, brake pads, oil changes, alternators, and all that stuff. You do that type of stuff. The mechanic, I guess the car mechanic. So yeah, that is good. Some people are bartering for stuff they need. That is a good idea also, and too, Sweet Reed, to barter or to, if you have neighbors and stuff. And I think the next door, and it may be some other site that have that where you can actually, ask from your neighbors, borrow tools for a day, however long, etc. And so you don't have to go out and buy a particular tool or something. And that way you save money. You can just use the tool for the job and then return it back. Then, of course, they can borrow from you. That is a good way. And it is my hope that people, when they borrow it and they say that they're going to return it at a certain time, that they return it at a certain time and not return it, of course. And then also in two, just keep the item, i.e. they forget or they had no intentions of returning it. And that would not be great. That would not be great because you can lose you can lose neighbors that way. But nonetheless, yeah. Wellness with Frugal Mama saying great ideas. Yeah. Bartering is really good. Really good way to save some money. People need to come with. People will get crafty and clever if things get to a point in their lives, and each and every person's know when that point is for them, when they will go and really and ask for help. People will get to a point where they will do that. And a lot of people have pride, and I get it. A lot of people are proud. But if you need the help, financial or medical or otherwise, go seek the help. Go get the help. If it's not for you, because you're an adult, and if you have children, then you don't want your children to suffer. You do not want your children to suffer. So if you definitely need the help, and there are social safety nets out here, please go and contact the people at your local, the local authorities or your state authorities that govern whatever particular type of help that you need at that moment. Because if you're out here working, you're paying taxes, that safety, that social safety net is for you. So you need to utilize it because other people are. I'm not gonna don't go that long to keep it, keep it. Yeah, yeah. Hello, Tamika. Hello, Tamika. Thank you for being here, Tamika Davis. Thank you so much. She is in everyone's live, folks. A great supporter. Appreciate you being here, Tamika. Appreciate you coming to my lives. Really appreciate it. She is in everyone's live, her and Yvette Minor. What do you have going on, Boss Lady Denise? Do you got a premiere coming up? You can let us know in the comments. You can let us know in the comments. Shay Love, are you going live anytime soon? If I know she says she's cleaning and listening. Are you going live anytime soon, Shay Love? And I know some of these people may have the notification for upcoming. So you all can, anyone that's going live or something or another tonight or the next day can let us know. Because if you may or may not be subscribed to everyone that's in the chat, that is why I'm asking, even for myself. Yes, yes. Joshua's going live tomorrow with his artwork from noon to 1 Eastern Standard Time, if I recall correctly. I'm trying to go back up in the comments so I can see it. Yeah. Tomorrow is hump day, folks. Tomorrow is hump day. Do you guys have a little drink after hump day is done? Do you guys go to like midweek happy hour, anything like that? Or you just go home and you have a nice little toddy? Oh, it's midweek. Only 2 more days left. You get some other psychological stuff going on, like a drink. Mary has really been a problem. Mary has really been a problem these last 2 days. I can't take it. I need to stop. Oh my goodness, but I get it, folks. Oh my. Yeah, and today I was talking about teamwork on my walking and talking. I was talking about teamwork. It was Teamwork Tuesday. And yes, for those that didn't catch it, of course you can go back and watch the video of the replay. But just briefly, before I went out this morning, they were saying that the UPS that they may go on strike on July 31st. On July 31st. So you all stand by for that. If you are a business or something other like that, just kind of sort of keep a watch on it if you utilize UPS for your delivery mechanism for your business. Make sure you kind of sort of keep a watch on that. But teamwork, we talked about a whole lot of different things. And Rock Just Living was in the chat and she was mentioning about favoritism at work. And I was like, yeah, that is a big something. Favoritism at work, even within teams or just, on an individual basis. Yeah, that is something when someone is getting preferential treatment in any way, shape, form, or fashion, maybe time off, and maybe this time off is being unaccounted for, like it's not being counted as personal time off or a sick day or whatever it is, all that good stuff, or regular leave, that type of thing. When they're getting like the good assignments or the good jobs, or when high-ranking people come in, like they're one of the people that go and introduce this person to and tell them how great and all this other stuff that they're doing. In and every which way that favoritism can happen, that the person that's being favored is benefiting from it, is unacceptable. And of course, it should not be happening in the workplace. Should not be happening in the workplace, along with a whole lot of other stuff in the workplace. So we're just talking about teamwork and what does that look like? Say, for instance, you got a boss, a supervisor or manager, and he or she can't manage their way out of a paper bag. what happens then with the whole teamwork concept? Now, are you having to do their work and your work? How how is that any of teamwork? Because we most of the time we know that most managers and supervisors, they have to actually do work also into. They just can't be in the leadership position. And leadership is when you are leading people, and when you manage things. But nonetheless, what does that look like when you're doing their work and your work? And then, of course, Mary is very lazy, and she's trying to get on the favoritism team. The favoritism team. What does that look like? And what does, especially if you're working in a team environment all the time, every day, not as though we got this one big project to do and this is a team. We're going to work as a team on it. And then after the project is done, then you go back doing your individual work. What does the praise and the reward look like when you are working as a team all the time? That was one of the things that, how do people manage that? You're over there and you're busting your hump, doing that work, doing a little bit extra, possibly picking up one or two things that Mary forgot to do out of her 10 things she was supposed to do. She didn't do two of them. Now you're doing her two things. What does that look like when it comes time for the reward? Will the team be rewarded? That's great for the team. But how does that look individually? Because you are an individual. That's one of the things that we talked about there too. And in that case, in my brain, your supervisor / manager should be cognizant of what it is that you are doing and have been doing all along. And in addition to what you have done on the particular project, your stuff and the two things that Mary didn't do, and put it all together. Like I said, being cognizant over time as to what it is that you have been doing. And if they can't manage their way of a paper bag, they're not cognizant, they're not paying attention, etc., you're lost. And you're not going to get any individual recognition for your hard work. Yeah, just a whole host of other stuff. And for the UPS possibly going on strike on July 31st or what have you. And if they actually do go on strike, what does that look like? Will the people, for the ones that are unionized, that is the team. So the teamwork whole thing in my brain comes into play. So as I was saying, if there are 5 items that they are trying to negotiate with big UPS, and UPS can meet 3 of them, and most of the people in the team, the rank and file, say, okay, we'll go with that, and we'll just come back to the table for the other 2 the next time the contract is up, etc. So what if the other people that are part of the rank and file, but higher up in the rank and file, I don't know the whole structure, so this is just totally hypothetical. So the folks that are higher up in the rank and file are saying, no, we're not going to do that. What does that look like for you? Because now you don't have a job. You're not a part of the team. The team isn't going to come and give you, money for your rent, your mortgage, for you to buy food, etc. If you don't have, the emergency fund or things in place. How does that look? How does the whole team thing look when we're on strike? Did we negotiate something in the previous contract to say, if we go on strike, we get monies for an additional month, etc., or the whole time that the strike is going on, etc., etc. So we just have to be careful about the teamwork thing. Of course, as with anything, there are pros and cons, and we just have to make sure that we have ourselves set up with regards to the money apart from that, because that's another psychological thing. When you're on strike, you don't have a job. It's like a job loss until you can go back to work. But in the interim, you have to live. So money, once again, is psychological, the finance of it. Let me get in these comments. Mike is watching the car show. Yes, Mike is Denise's husband. Okay. Hello, Rooted and Essential Oils. Hello, how are you? Thanks so much for being here. I caught your premiere last night. Thanks so much for being here. Go check out Rooted in Essential Oils. Go check him out. He did a premiere last night. I'm new to his channel. Go check him out. But health, and I think he sells products, but go to his channel, check him out, and you'll see all of that. Sweet Ree is saying, when I went to a new unit, I had so many people running to my office, and I had to let them know I do not operate like that. Don't tell me anything. I will figure it out. Yes. So they're about to have to tell you how to do such and such, or to gossip, or probably just maybe a whole host of stuff. Don't tell you anything. You'll figure it out. Yeah. Because sometimes you gotta put some distance between you and well, you don't want to be telling your business at the job anyway, but that's a whole nother topic. I get it. Good way to operate. Good way to operate. Yeah, you'll figure it out because you'll go around and you'll ask the questions to the person that you need to get the answer from, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, hopefully they will, some jobs provide some type of, training for new arrivals, like the new people that are onboarding. Yeah. They will never be able to say, I have favorites. My grandchildren, my favorites. That's right. The grandchildren are the favorites. So you must be maybe a supervisor or in a supervisory position. Sweet reading. Let me show you how to do this. I think it says, I'm Sweet Reed's favorite. Oh my God. These people. Okay, focus. Wanted to focus. You're welcome, Rooted in Essential Oils. You are welcome. Whenever I can support, I will. A lot of folks go around. They wanted to tell me how great they are and who not workers are. That's all. Oh, they want to rat out. They want to rat out the non-workers. Oh my goodness. And of course, they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. They know how to do all the jobs. They come into work an hour early, off the clock. They leave 3 hours late, off the clock. They're working. Yeah. They want to tell you how great they were. They want to tell you that they were Muhammad Ali. I'm the greatest. Rest in peace, Mr. Muhammad Ali. Oh my goodness. That's weird. You got me going. Woo! I already knew the operational part. They need a structure. So I was sent there for that. And they were mad with me. Oh, the old manager was laid back. Yeah. And that is another thing too. Everybody has different management styles, leadership styles, etc. And then when you get one, that is laid back, let a lot of stuff slide, possibly don't know what he is doing, don't know how to communicate, i.e. have interpersonal communications with his workers, tell them, hey, don't go there. Tell them. You can't cuss at them, so you tell them, I can't say what I say. I could, but I don't want to. Yeah. Telling folks, say, go to your desk and get your work done. Don't come back to my desk for anything. Go to your work, go to your desk and get your work done. Yeah, when you have the different types of leadership styles, and now they were probably shock and awe when you came there to give some structure to it. I would. So I've been around. I've been around. People coming to your Sweet Ree saying, I'm the greatest. As any of the guys in the chat, have you all had any type of issues with teamwork, working in the workspace with ladies. See, I put a little twist on it. If you want to share, or do you, or you don't have the issue because you have your own business, have had your own, have had your own thing for a while, or you worked in a predominantly male dominated field, profession, etc. Where you got me going over here? Folks coming in there and said, I'm the greatest. Oh my goodness. Oh, sweet. How is older son doing? Huh? Oh my goodness. uh, Rooted in essential oils. If you're still here, I know that you have your own business thing going on. So have you always done that, or have you ever worked outside of, I mean, not having the business? Have you worked on the outside with ladies, or just at a job where the management was awful? And people coming in there and telling you they're the greatest. Oh my, I need to stop. Oh my goodness. Woo. You get all types. And this is for a whole other. There's somebody said cougar. What? Who said cougar? What? Hello, Val, the jury spot. How are you? Thanks for popping in. I'm just Sweet Reed got me over here laughing about teamwork, management, leadership, etc. And her dealings with the folks at her particular job. When she went to new unit, she went there to provide structure. And then she said people were coming into her office. Oh, let me go back and see what she said. They were saying. She said, many people running to my office, and I had to let them know I don't operate like that. Don't tell me anything. I will figure it out. You gotta. Yes, I'm just over here laughing at her, and she's been telling me about that. And she said that she already knew the operational part. They needed structure, so I sent there for. Oh, I just read that. Oh yeah, so I was sent there for that, and they were mad with me. The old manager was laid back. Yeah. And she also said they wanted to tell me how great they were. Oh my goodness. I can't. Oh my goodness. Oh. They wanted to tell me how great they are and who the non-workers are. She said that's awful. Yeah. You'd be surprised. Oh my goodness. What people will do. Man, oh man. Woo. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm over. Got here just in time. Yeah, for the fun, for the. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we was talking about earlier today during my walk and talk. I was talking about teamwork, and Rock Just Living had made the point about favoritism, and that, and like she said, it can bring down morale quick, fast, and in a hurry. And a whole host of other things can present itself also too within the favoritism. There could be HR complaints being sent, and if it goes too far with the two parties involved, and male or female, doesn't speak to that part, and it goes into the harassment area, and there's a word before harassment that you all are aware of, then it can get ugly. Yeah, it can get ugly. What does one do when things, and I brought it up, what can one do when such things like that are happening there at the job? The only thing I could think of was document things, and not just with favoritism, but a whole host of other things. If you think you're being treated unfairly, you always got to make sure that you are, reading the handbook, etc. And then there are just government, federal laws that may apply in some situations with regards to the job that you are doing, that are just in general stuff that applies, and that they may or may not be doing. And you may want to, write things down, maybe not while you're at the job, but make a mental note in your head, or when you go to your car, you have a notebook or something, write notes in there, et cetera, so you can remember time, dates, who was present, etc. And it kind of sort of be fresh, and then keep that in your purse, in your car, what have you, and then take the notes home and put them in a safe place, what have you. And of course, you just always want to cover your bases. If it's something that's happening with you, of course, you're going to do all of those things. And if it's something else that's happening, because you may want to just keep a record of something just to show that this type of activity or stuff was going on, etc. Who knows? It could be a whole lot of different situations where that may come up. Yeah, Sweet Ray is saying it definitely lowers the morale when favoritism and nepotism is involved. Now, I'm all in favor of nepotism. I am all in favor of nepotism, excuse me. Because if I had money in a company, etc., of course, I'm going to hire my family. With that, they're not just going to be there just because I own the company, etc. They're going to start from the ground up and learn all the workings of the business. So they're going to be put right beside Mary, right beside Mary over there, and just pick her brain for everything, learn how to do her job, do that for a period of time, and then move on to the next thing while they're learning all the inner workings of the business in the 9 to 5, and then what it is that I'm telling them outside of the 9 to 5. You get me? So I am in favor of that type of nepotism. I'm giving my daughter, my husband, who's going to be that ready, my daughter, my son-in-law, my grandkids, they're all getting jobs, but they're going to be starting with the grandchildren because they're the youngest right there. Yeah, I'm in favor of that. What are you going to do if they are slackers? So they're out of there. They know how I am already. They are out of there. They are out of there. The will is something. The will and the trust. The will is something. They're out of there. They're out of there. You're not going to. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. You're going to work. You're going to work as hard as the next person. You're going to work harder than the person that's teaching you how to do that job. That's how it is with me, point blank. Because in my brain, in my brain, if I'm doing succession planning or the generational pass down of something or what have you, you want to keep it in the family forever. And we have to be careful about when these children get married and all this other stuff, and now everything is community property, and then you're dead and gone, and your mom gave you something, gave you a home or some rental property, et cetera, and now that it's community property, you and your husband, now this person that not even related to me or you via blood, that is, now they get it, and now it's out of the family or in litigation, all this other stuff, what have you. And I get that, so we have to be careful with that. But if they're slackers, they are out of there. They are out of there. They are out of there. But just the nepotism part, just in of itself, yes, I am going to give you jobs, but you are going to start at the bottom, and you are going to learn and work each of these jobs, like I said before, in the 9 to 5 thing, and then I'm telling you stuff over here that's going to elevate you. But if you're slacking, you're out of there. You're out of there. That'll be from day one you are out of there. Yeah. My son could not fire one of his friends, so my daughter-in-law had to. I told him not to hire none of his friends. Yeah. Yeah, it gets a little tricky and complicated because they're your friend and you don't want to fire them and all this other stuff. Yeah. 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 But with me, not but with me, they're going to know, hey, you messed us up, you're out of here, point blank. I agree, they have to work their way up. It would not be handed to them. No, not at all. No way, shape, form, or fashion. Not here. I don't play that type of thing. Nothing was handed to me. And they're going to have to work for just like every other person on the planet has to work. Yes, they're going to have to do that. Because, well, not because. Like with some of these young, like with my grandson, he's 20, he'll be 21 in November. And he could be working 2 jobs because he's young enough. He got the energy and all those other stuff. He could be working 2 jobs, putting a lot of money up, getting an emergency fund going, doing the Roth IRA, if it's job or for 401, he could be doing all of that. Having two 8-hour day jobs. Excuse me. Putting up money, budgeting. Of course, I can help him with that. And we've talked about this way before now. It is what it is. I'll just put it that way. And he could be further along, with the budgeting and how to manage money, handle money, et cetera, saving, all this other good stuff. Excuse me. And maybe by the time he's 30 or 35, he could have, some money saved up, and in between find a trade skill or an actual career that he wants to get into, about what I'm saying. And then if he keeps that going, possibly wouldn't have to work so hard down the road in the future. Hopefully y'all get what it is that I'm saying. Because there's just too much stuff out here to where if you learn some things early on, then those few nuggets that you learn can be really helpful. And of course, doing some things early on, like having 2 jobs, getting that emergency fund, saving, learning about money and budgeting, investing in all that good stuff over time, it can really be of help to you. And then, of course, finding a career, profession that you want to get into, or, become an entrepreneur, maybe have rental property, et cetera, et cetera. There's just a whole lot of things that the young folks, if they really listen to people that want to help them, show them a different way, et cetera. And of course, they have to put the work in. They themselves have to put the work in because nothing is going to be handed to them. Nothing is going to be handed to them. And of course, when, like I was mentioning in one of my walking and talkings, like if you live in a high cost area, and of course, if you're 0 to 18, you don't get to choose where your parents are living. They're going to tell you where you're going to live because you're 0 to 18, and you're in these high cost areas, and you just graduate high school. There's no way you can get out here and afford an apartment by yourself. Not even a studio. You can't afford anything with just a basic job with a high school diploma, et cetera, et cetera. So you're going to be with your parents for a bit, and there's just so much to that. But yeah, gotta be careful. Gotta make sure that we're setting our kids up to where you don't want them at your house forever and a day. forever and a day. And you don't want them, probably don't want them going living someplace where they got 10 people in the apartment with them just so that they can make the rent and the utilities. So just a whole lot. Just a whole lot. Yeah. Ooh, Lord, folks. Are you going live tonight, Sweet Ree? If you're still here, I forgot to even ask that. I'm here saying you're doing something every night, which I think you do. You go live every night. Hello, Muse News. How are you? Thanks so much for stopping by. I think I've seen you here before, but thank you so much for stopping by. Do you have a YouTube channel, Muse News? If you are still here, I'm going to go check if you do or not. Boss Lady G says, oh, Sweet Ree says she's not going live until Thursday. Okay, thank you. That's good. That's good to know. And Boss Lady G said, yes, that's what I'm teaching my daughter. Great, good for you. I mean, and I'm telling you, it is a whole lot. And sometimes when they get to a certain age, 18, of course, no one can tell me anything. That kind of sort of happens at 11 or 12 for some of them. But yeah, and I'm telling you, when I just think about it, I'm not in that situation. My daughter is elderly. It's just like, oh wow, it's a lot. Just even on the part about living in a high cost area, that is a lot. And then if you don't live in a place that is, as exorbitant high cost as, DC, anywhere along the East Coast and over there on the West Coast, California, DC area, New York, all that. They still need to know these things because, like I say, eventually you want them up out of there, but you want them in a good situation. You want them in a nice neighborhood or a decent neighborhood, a safe neighborhood. You want all of that for them, what have you. But it's going to be kind of hard, especially with just a high school diploma. I'm not saying go jump into student loan debt and go to college. I'm not saying that. There are many ways to do it. But if they don't do any of that and they're at your house, then they need to be working 2 or 3 jobs because they are young enough and they got the energy and they need to be managing their money well. Every penny needs to be accounted for because then hopefully with, the parents' help and assistance saying, hey, if you want to eventually move up out of here, you're going to have to save a significant portion of the money that you are making at these 2 and 3 jobs. And the money that and in essence, for the most part, the money that they're making at these 2 and 3 jobs is probably just enough, after the taxes are out, is probably maybe just enough for a somewhat semi-livable wage, etc. And it's just a lot. And you don't want them there with you all the time because you eventually want to have your house to yourself. I think, I don't know, but everyone is different. Some people want their kids around all the time. Okay, but we're all different. But we want to help our kids as much as we can. And sometimes, just telling them basic information about budgeting, all of this good stuff is going to be helpful. And it is my hope that they listen, they hear something, and it sticks with them and they start early. It sticks with them and they start doing the stuff early. They're going to be so much better off. But when you're young and you know everything, I've been there. When you're young, you know everything. Yeah, you want to listen to everybody, etc., etc. But yeah, let me get back in these comments. Boss Lady Denise says she is going to start going back live soon. Yes. Muse News says, yes, I must have met you at Auntie Mama. Maybe she's speaking to someone in the comments. And Sweet Rhea saying, I do not like when parents put the children out at 18. That is too young and some end up homeless. Wow. That is something. Yeah, that's probably not a good thing, especially if we know as parents that they are not ready for that, that they aren't ready for that. We can't. Some things you just can't do sink or swim. Some things, in my opinion, you can't just do sink or swim. Muse News says she went by y'all's house. Okay, thank you so much for the folks that you went and reached out to. Thank you so much, Muse News. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by, Val, at the Jury Spot. Make sure you all go check out Val at the Jury Spot. She's also working on her WHs. And of course, she has a YouTube channel named The Jury Spot. And she has an Etsy shop also. She makes handcrafted jewelry, bracelets, earrings, necklaces, etc. Go check out Val over there at the Jury Spot. Thank you so much, Val, for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Sweet Rhea said my aunt had a house big enough for her children and their families, and my cousin is doing the same thing. Yes, yes. Multi-generational, multi-family living. That is key and the ticket. And in my brain, everyone is on the same page. Everyone knows why they are there. Everyone knows that this situation, this arrangement is going to benefit them in the long run. Because at some point, the matriarch in this instance, the matriarch is not going to be there. Her and her husband, if she's married, is not going to be there. And maybe she's passing down this asset generationally to one of her children, and they are there in the home at present with her, et cetera, et cetera. Don't know the stuff, but yeah, that's it. That's it. And that is how we keep assets within the family. And like I said, everyone is on the same page with what is going on. This is the dynamic that is happening here. The children are here, and our spouses and our children are here in the home. And this is how we're doing this thing so that we all can save money to move on to somewhere else or whatever it is that we are doing. Building up money so we can start a business, et cetera, whatever it is that we're doing. Yes. Yes, that keeping the generational wealth in the family and keeping the money circulating in there. Now they don't have to go and pay rent to some, or pay mortgage at present to someone else, or pay rent to someone else. Keep it all right there, or whatever the dynamic is. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. Yeah. One part of keeping all the money with you. And even in that dynamic, the children are in your aunt's house, her children are there, and then, the spouse and their children are there also. And too, it's probably keeping her young. Probably keeping her young. And it's showing the children how families can be there and work together and get along. If the dynamic is good, hopefully it is. And show that, Black families can have a community within themselves, that we can keep the money circulating within ourselves for longer than 6 hours, etc. If they're paying rent or something or another to the aunt, etc., etc. But yeah, money is psychological. Money is psychological. I do appreciate you all being here with me. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. So if you go live, Boss Lady Denise, I guess I'll see the notification. You say going live soon. Yeah. Yes. Yesterday was my first time, doing news. I'll just call it news. This, of course, I do the walking and talking in the morning. I probably won't tomorrow. If I do, it'll probably be early in the morning. I might go walking inside because tomorrow's my spin day. So I'm not going to go out in the streets in the early morning because I want to get out and get started with what it is I need to do tomorrow. But thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Sweet Ree, thank you so much for being here. I'm the greatest. Oh my goodness. Joshua Gabriel, thank you so much for being here. AI Virginia, I know most of these people are probably gone. I'm just shouting them out again. Joshua Gabriel, Kelly over there at I Bring It Every Day. The AI Virginia show, that's the Virginia show also, and Spiller Girl TV. Go check out their channels. Lala Red XOXO, Spirit in the Sky Blue, Shay Love. Shay Love, thank you so much, Shay Love, for being here. She was listening in the background while she was cleaning, etc. Tapatios, Cop Watch, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Oh, great times, fun times. Thank you all for being here. Can't Stop Walking But Love Boeing and Cruising. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your time in Costa Rica. I got the country correct. Thank you so much for being here. Muse News. Thank you so much for being here. Shantirement. Miss Patty at Patty's Kitchen, Garden, and More. Thank you so much for being here. Got a kick out of watching your Treadmill Tuesday with Joshua. I know she's probably gone. With Jeremiah. Well, I was saying Joshua. With Jeremiah today. Thank you so much, Miss Patty, for being here. Eastad, thank you so much for being here. Please enjoy the rest of the time that you have at work and sleep well. Sleep well, everyone. Sleep well, everyone. Sleep well, everyone. Miss T with the T, thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And y'all make sure you go check out each other's channels. And I'm sure everyone's familiar with Miss T with the T, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday through Friday, she goes live. Go check her out. Great place to go meet other family members and have great conversations. Shantirement, Boss Lady Denise, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you're able to do the try-ons of the clothes that you want to donate or give to church or charity, etc., or try to sell. Hopefully that is going well for you. Boss Lady Denise, Shantirement, I mentioned you. Thank you so much. Go check out Shantirement. She is retired, and maybe she can, or maybe she has done some videos on being retired, etc., and some of the things that they did prior to, etc., that may be helpful to some. Information is power. Boss Lady Denise, Sweet Reed, thank you so much for being here and for the laughs. Oh my goodness, all the greatest. Oh my God, Sweet Reed. Sweet Reed says she is going live again on Thursday. And if you are a family member, you will see the upcoming notification. Wellness with Frugal Mama, thank you so much for being here. Just giving one last shout out before I get off of this machine, folks. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate the support. Thank you for the 22 likes. I do appreciate it. DJ Ron, the mechanic, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go check out your channel. It's been a minute. Alrighty, shout out Muse News. MC the Shiznit, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. And I also got MC the Shiznit. He does gaming also, but it's sporadic. My turn. It's sporadic, but I have been on his channel where he has did some gaming videos. Thank you so much, MC the Shiznit, for being here. I do appreciate it. Like I said, most of these people are probably gone, etc., or listening in the background, but I do appreciate you all being here and supporting. Tamika Davis, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting and being here. Yvette Minor, likewise, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Rooted in Essential Oils, thank you so much for being here. Second time around over here. Thank you so much. I think I shouted out everyone. The Jury Spot Val, I shouted her out. Thank you so much. Go check her out. Muse News, I will be checking out your channel. And Muse News said that she stopped at our houses. Why? I thought Praying Couple Cooking Series was in here. Might have been something else I was looking at. Thinking about, because I was talking about the Cristo sandwich they did, twisted taco Cristo sandwich they did today, that they cooked today. I'm going back through because I thought they were in here. Might have been something else. But nonetheless, Praying Couple Cooking Series, go check out their channel. Spiritual couple, husband and wife team, cooking, helping out in the community, all of that good stuff. Praying couple cooking series. Go check them out. And they have memberships also. Okay. That is it, folks. Thank you all so much for being here. Hopefully, I will be on tomorrow in the evening, also in tune. One never knows. I do appreciate your time. I do appreciate, just as an update, because yesterday I talked about uh, private second class Travis King, the American soldier, who is a Black young man, by the way, from Kenosha, Washington, that intentionally, per reports, crossed over into Korea, and is now being detained in North Korea. And when I checked tonight before coming on, there was not any new communications from North Korea with regards to his well-being, his status, etc. So he is still being detained in North Korea. So prayers, please pray for him. I am praying for his safe return in a healthy state back to South Korea, which will be the closest, and then further transport back to the United States. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Have a blessed and wonderful night. Sleep well. Take care. Bye-bye.